Hello everyone, today we will discuss the UGC NET Home Science previous year questions of December 2023 cycle, wherein we are discussing the human development related questions. 15 questions were asked from human development. So 15 questions means 30 marks. So you know how important this unit can be for you. Let's begin. First question is, through this, organism learns to make various responses to a wide variety of stimulus situations. The given options are A. Learning, B. Conditioning, C. Behaving, D. Motivating. Let's understand each options one by one. The first one is learning. So learning is a broader term which deals with obtaining of knowledge, learning of skills through experience, study, or teaching. It is a fundamental process that organisms go through to adapt their environment. Learning can involve various mechanisms such as conditioning, observation, or problem solving. The second option was conditioning. So conditioning is referred to the process of learning associated between stimuli and responses. There are two main types of conditioning. The first one is classical conditioning, which involve learning through involuntary responses and automatic responses with the stimulus. This is famously demonstrated by Pavlov in his experiment with the dog. The second one is operant conditioning, which involves learning association between voluntary behavior and their consequences. It was given by B.F. Skinner, and his work is known for the behavior are strengthened or weakened based on the positive and negative consequences that follows with it. The third option is behaving. Behaving is referred to in observational actions. It involves the various ways an organism responds to an internal and external stimulus. Behavior can be influenced by learning, conditioning, genetics, and environmental factors. And the last option was motivating, which is referred to as psychological process that activate, direct, or sustain behavior towards achieving a goal. Motivation play a crucial role in learning and conditioning. So coming back to a question which was asking about the organism learning to make a various responses to a wide variety of stimulation situations. So when we are talking about responses and stimulus, then we know the correct answer will be B, conditioning. Coming to the next question, which is a assertion and reason type of a question, where assertion states that our teacher is said to follow a Vygotskian principle in setting up a pretend glossary store and allowing the children to make a different roles such as cashiers, customers, and store managers. And the reason is our child's cognitive development and learning ability are guided and mediated by their social interaction. So the options are both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C, A is correct, but R is not correct. D, A is not correct, but R is correct. Let's understand the concept of Vygotsky. So the Vygotsky principle is related to social cultural theory. He emphasized on the role of social interaction and cultural context in the cognitive development of an individual. So according to him, the social process and child's cognitive development is influenced by the interaction with others, and he associated it with the more knowledgeable person. So the activity which is given in the question, which involves social interaction among the children as they take a role of cashier, customer, or store manager. This mirrors the Vygotsky's idea through learning with a social interaction. Then coming to the Vygotsky's introduction to zone of proximal development, which is a difference between a learner can do independently, like by its own, and what he can do with the support of a more knowledgeable individual. So in the context to our question, which is about the pretend grocery store where kids are pretending to be a cashier or a customer or a store manager, here the concept is like scaffolding. The teacher's role is like a scaffolding where she is providing a support to students so that they can develop in a better manner. So the question says that our teacher is following the Vygotsky's principle, where she is giving the role of cashier, customer, and store manager to the kids. And reason is saying that our child's cognitive development and learning abilities are guided and mediated by social interaction. So after understanding the concept of Vygotsky's principle, we can say that both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation for the A. The next question is, sequence the stages of Kubler-Ross's 5 stages model of grief. And the options are A, denial, B, acceptance, C, bargaining, D, anger, E, depression. And the given quotes are small a, capital A, C, D, E, B, small b, capital A, E, D, C, B, small c, capital A, C, E, D, B, small d, capital A, D, C, E, B. Let's understand the 5 stages model of grief given by Kubler-Ross. So the first stage is denial. This is often the initial stage where individual may have differences or difficulty in accepting the reality which has happened. He has a difficulty in accepting that. Then we have anger. As the denial feeds, individuals may experience anger and frustration, often directed towards themselves, other, or the situation. The third is bargaining. In this stage, individual may attempt to make a deal or bargain in an attempt to change the outcome or the situation. Like he may feel helpless and overwhelmed from the situation. The fourth stage is depression. So depression is when and reality of a situation sets in. An individual may experience a deep sense of sadness and helplessness. And then we have acceptance. That is the final stage, which involves coming to terms with the reality of the situation. It does not necessarily means happiness or moving on. It just means that you have accepted the situation. So coming back to our question, which was asking us to sequence the stages of grief. So the first one will be denial, A, then anger, D, then C, bargaining, E, depression, and B, acceptance. So the correct answer will be code D. Capital A, D, C, E, B. Coming to next question, which is Sarah feels angry each time she sees her father showing affection to her mother. According to Freud, is this behavior refers to as, the given options are A, castration anxiety, B, Oedipus complex, C, inferiority complex, D, Electra complex. Let's understand each options one by one. The first one is castration anxiety. It is a concept given by Freudian psychoanalytic theory. It is related to the fear that a young boy experiences when he believes that his father may punish him by removing his penis. It is related to the Oedipus complex. The second option was the Oedipus complex. It is the key element of Freud's psychosexual theory. It involves a child's feeling of desire for the opposite sex parent and rivalry with the same sex parent. Then third option was inferiority complex, which was given by Adler, not Freud. It involves an individual feeling inadequate through the various behaviors. And the last option was Electra complex. It is a female counterpart of Oedipus complex. It involves a girl's feeling of desire for her father and rivalry with her mother. The resolution is similar to Oedipus complex, where girl identifies with her mother and internalizes the social norms. So coming back to our question, which was saying that Sarah feels angry each time she sees her father showing affection to her mother. So according to Freud, this behavior referred to as, after understanding each options, we can say that the correct answer will be D, Electra complex. The next question is, counseling and guidance are not synonyms term. Which of the following explain this fact? A, all counseling is guidance, but all guidance is not counseling. B, counseling is a higher order technical career, but guidance can be provided by a person who has sufficient information about the topic of concern. C, counseling is giving advice, but guidance is assist. D, counseling is curative and guidance is preventive. E, counseling is preventive and guidance is curative. The given codes are small a, capital B, C, D only, small b, capital A, B, E only, small c, capital A, D, E only, small d, capital A, B, D only. Let's understand the difference between guidance and counseling. So the basic meaning of guidance is refer to an relevant piece of information provided by a superior, someone who has expertise in that field that provide us the information. Whereas counseling is referred to an professional advice given by a counselor to an individual to help him overcome from personal or any psychological problem. The nature of guidance is preventive and counseling is curative. Remember that. The approach of guidance is extrovert, like comprehensive or extrovert, whereas approach of counseling is in-depth and introvert. So what does guidance do? Actually, it is an assistant. The person is choosing the best alternative. And in counseling, it tend to change the perspective to help him to get the solution by himself or herself. Like we change the perspective so that the individual can reach to the solution of a solution of the problem or any issue that the person is facing. So guidance deals with education and career related issue, whereas counseling deals with personal and socio-psychological issues. Guidance can be provided by any person, superior or expert, superior or who hold information about the particular field. But counseling can be provided by a person who has higher level of skills and professional training. Then in the role of privacy in guidance is open or less private, like it is not confidential. Whereas in counseling, the privacy is confidential. You cannot share any information about a person to any other person. The mode of guidance can be one-to-one or one-to-many. But in counseling, the mode will be one-to-one, like individual and a counselor. Decision making in guidance is by guided by someone, and decision making in counseling is by the client. The client make the decision if you want to do that or not. Coming back to our question, here are the options which were given. So after understanding the difference between counseling and guidance, we can say that all counseling is guidance, but all guidance is not counseling. B, counseling is a higher order technical career, but guidance can be provided by a person who has sufficient information about the topic of concern. And the C was counseling is given advice, but guidance is assistant. So we know that it's the opposite of it. Then the D is counseling is curative and guidance is preventive. And E is counseling is preventive and guidance is curative. So after understanding, we can say that the correct answer will be A, B, D only, which is code small d. Thank you for watching the video. To register for the UGC NET 2024, you can contact in the number given below.